Rebonjour mes amis, hi guys. Again, yes, it was only 2 hours ago I was telling you about that nice new release from Tudor, the Black BB58 with a blue bezel and a blue dial. I was mentioning how much I love my Black Bay, the one that came out 2 years ago, great format, and it would take a lot for me to take it off the wrist. Anyhow, today is a holiday in Hong Kong, the anniversary of the handover to China. There were some ceremonies in the morning, which I saw from my office. Very quiet here today. I'm the only one working as usual. And during lunchtime, I decided to go for a bit of shopping. And on the way, I decided to get off the train a bit sooner than I thought because there were apparently some protests where I was planning to go. And I happened to walk by the Harvey Nichols in a shopping mall. And they have a Rolex and Tudor shop there, which I always stop by, just in case, you never know. And there was the ad for the new blue version of the Black BB58. So I went around, and what would you know? They had it right there in the shop in a display. Not only the one on the bracelet, which is priced at the same price as the current version, but also the one on a fabric strap with a rubber lining on the inside, on a very nice buckle, which is a bit cheaper, about 2,000 Hong Kong dollar, about 200-300 US. And what would you know? They were there for sale, not just for display, and they only had one of each. So what would it take for me to remove my Black BB58, which I've been wearing and abusing for a month? As you can see on the bracelet, there's some scratches already. I'm enjoying it so much at night on the beach. Well, yes sirree, the deed is done. This is the blue version. As I mentioned, one needs to see these in person to see how you feel. And I think in the pictures it's going to look, in the video it's going to look a lot brighter than it is in person. In person it's that's more like a marine blue. Obviously, a reference to the submariners that Tudor did in the past for the Marine Nationale, I believe, and this ties in with that. But at the same time, as I was saying, you know, everyone has been asking for a steel version of the Rolex Smurf, that beautiful white gold version of the Submariner in the blue theme, and well, this is it. And in a way, it's even better than if it was from the mother company, because this is just so cool, and the white really pops on the blue, and when it's a bit darker, the green of the lume is going to pop as well. So let me bring in the other watch next to it, because it's really interesting how different they are when you see them together. I'm going to realign the bezel because I know it's going to annoy some people. I was just trying to time how long I was staying out of the office. There you go. Obviously, very same feel, same everything. I went for the bracelet because that's the look that I like. The strap is a very nice strap. Tapers a lot. I think thinner there than on the inside than the bracelet. Lovely strap, but I'm not huge fan of the deploying clasp. They're a bit of a trouble. I can always put the watch on a NATO, and yes, I could have swapped the bracelets here, but as I said, this one is already very scratched, so it would not look that good on the new watch. And also I find that the strap, which attaches at the bottom of the lugs, leaves a big gap here. So to me, it wasn't pleasing to me. Your experience might differ. It's still a very nice strap. I happen to be wearing blue, so this was looking stunning in the mirror. And well, they're not going to get many of these, and you know, the activity might have slowed down a bit in Geneva because of what you know, the pandemic situation. So who knows if people are going to rush to buy these? I'm assuming that they will, because this color is stunning. And then, as I said, I was expecting it to be like this. In person, it's just even more stunning, especially after removing all the plastics on the watch. Let me remove it. By the way, 3 ways to remove Black BB58. I talked about it before. I showed you 2 of them. The official one, just pulling here, it's a bit difficult, but if you have some nails, it's possible. The other one is to push under the strap inside the shield here. And the last one is to put, I'll try to do it here for the camera, to put your nail under, again, that triangle from the sort of the shield motif here, and then slowly slide it. There you go. Go easy to avoid scratching, damaging your bracelet, but at least you have options, and usually I just slip my finger under inside the shield. It's so cool to have that shield everywhere. It's such a cool logo, and everything is the same as before. I removed the same amount of links. As I said, I leave a bit of play, so there is no easy link here, like the Rolex system or glide lock. So you gotta leave a bit of play, and same class that you know. I got really used to that bracelet. I think it's very comfortable now. Yeah, everything looks very similar. The brushing of everything. So yeah, it's unfortunate that here the watch is going to look a lot brighter than it is. I'll try to take some pictures that do it a bit better justice. Get it a bit darker. Maybe put a hand above it, so you get a better feel for really how it is in person, and you can see how it pops just in the daylight or in the night time. So easy to read, very comfortable, and the feel good bezel. You know, the great ratchet. The crown is great as well. Not that you're going to use the crown a lot, because these watches, the movement, I think MT5402, if I'm not wrong, is incredibly accurate. So great performance there. So you're not buying just a watch that looks good. You're buying something that has real depth. You know, pardon me the wordplay here, because let's not forget that this is a true diver, 200 meter, and I really like how the writing is done, meters first, and there's a great symmetry here, sort of a triangle shape happening on the dial. That too is important. The writing here pops a bit more than on the gilt over gray over black version. In person, it tends to disappear under darker light. So very different feel here, because everything has the same color. There's no red there on the triangle. It's a bit more like the older references that I was mentioning. Yes, it would have been really cool to see the squarish indices at least. But this is it has to be something different, and really a fun watch. I'm gonna wear it. I'm not gonna set it back or anything. I'm gonna wear it in the summer. I can already tell that it's a lot of fun, because I love blue. Big fan of blue and brown colors, and this is gonna marry so well with it. And actually, it's gonna look very good with a suit. Probably a bit better than this version, because the faded dial, the red, doesn't necessarily marry with say a dark blue suit and a striped suit, something a bit that's not casual at all. While here, good chance that it's going to marry a bit better, because it's a more simple presentation. What else is there to say? Any question? Just put them in the comments. Really, everything about this reference is great. Do I look forward now to see other colors? Who knows? I imagine maybe we'll see a red bezel one day or something. Would be nice of Tudor to just make the bezel insert available, as my friend was saying. Well, there is just a one euro change. The dial, obviously, that's going to be a harder thing to modify. I like that they've kept everything here in silver colors rather than go for the gilt theme again. Notice that there is no color there on the tube of the crown. If just to be thorough, let's very smooth and the winding. It's a bit slightly different than the other watch. I guess they're all a bit different anyway. Let's change the time. Of course, you have hacking, and you go down to change the time, or up. There you go. Pushing it back. Yeah, I feel a bit of a ratchet when I wind this one, and there you go. But I don't expect to ever have to really have to change the time often, because reset the time often, because the 72 hours of power reserve, more than enough, 3 days to switch between the two. Why not? I wonder if my wife is going to notice that I have two different watches. Yeah, I think colors is something that wives do notice. Well, we will see how that goes tonight at home. Hopefully she's not gonna pay attention to me enough to notice this new watch. But yeah, after all, I have two kids. You only live once, and I can give one to my daughter and the other one to my son. It's gonna be a fun summer. So hey, well done, Tudor. I'd love to see a version with a date. If you manage to put it in without making the watch thicker, love to see a version with the GMT. But I imagine it's a lot of development to make a movement like that in that size. While I was at the shop, I was trying the GMT on a strap, and I gotta say the Black Bay GMT. The thing that stops me is not necessarily the thickness of it. It's the fact that the indices are very small. Smaller than actually than the 58. To me, there would have been a better harmony with a bit less empty space on the dial of the GMT. So it was there. I could have purchased it, but hey, baby steps. For now, it's going to be this blue reference, this brand new reference from Tudor that I'm going to use and abuse during the summer here in Hong Kong. And yeah, if you love the color, I think it's. In person, it's a really, it's just the right color. It's rich, it's fresh, it's not flash. Marries really well with the clothes, and I think I've said enough. I'm gonna leave you with that beautiful crown, with the rose there. Let's try to focus on it. All right, so let's say goodbye to my friend Eden Hazard. Well done, Tudor. Well, not bad for 1st of July. What would you say? Have a good day, guys. Bye-bye.